She's a hard little number in a pickup truck. Daddy's sweet money done jacked it up. She from South Kakalaki, can shake her sass and brassy bad. Bama jamma from down in Alabama. Raging, caging, lunatic from Brunswick, juicy Georgia peach with a thick southern drawl, sexy swinging wall, rubber shoes on, country shoe, from a cowboy boots to a better known as South Carolina. Had the best of both worlds growing up. I had Myrtle Beach, and then I had my family's farm, and I love the smell of horse shit and cows and chickens. I liked it all. I'm like, get me dirty and put that on my plate. I love it. I love being from where I'm from. I love country people. I love all you other people too, but I do love country people. It's all right, you hang out with us a little bit, we can make you country. But in the songs, we're always in the passenger seat. We're the shotgun riders. Yeah, if y'all gonna protest, now's your time. I'm giving y'all the floor, country girls. We're always the shotgun riders, and our toes are always pink. I like red. It's okay, it's okay. Love the pink, love it. I'm about some red though, like, yeah, come on. But usually when they describe us in songs, we're in the shotgun seat. We're like the shotgun DJ, shotgun rider, shotgun Shetland pony, whatever we are.
I got a shotgun.
Yeah, same. That's why we're going to jail. It's always like pink toes, and then we always are in these shorts, and our pockets are poking out. I was really short, pockets poking out. I can afford shorts where you don't have to see my pockets. But I'm like, I drive my own truck. I feed my own horses. And I've had a couple men that are the shotgun Shetland ponies, and it works out just fine. But what we did not have was our own song, because we're described these ways in the songs, and I'm like, that ain't who I am. Again, I want to drive my own truck. I buy my own gas.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sean with Static Live, and we are here for the 2024 4th Annual New Smyrna Beach Songwriters Festival. And I am more than honored to be meeting somebody for the first time, actually the second time, but to interview Bridgette Tatum. Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We've met before. This is just continued conversation now.
We met on the fly. I'll give a quick story. Bridgette was flying from Egypt. 3 planes later, 2 missed flights later. She shows up on the stage and gets ready for sound check and breaks a string, and the rest was history.
G-string right off the cuff, of course.
Man, we got so many jokes out of that.
I mean, Florida's going to be joking on that one for the rest of Florida.
Yeah, maybe make a song out of it. So,
oh, for sure. I'm sure we can find something to write out of it.
First of all, I'm honored. You know, I hate to admit, I'm not the biggest country fan. I am now. I really, well, I don't know. I'm a rock and roll guy. I don't know.
It's as good as people being proud of Texas. But I'm from South Kakalaki. And I'm like, I'm a songwriter. I can rhyme this word. And I did. And then I was working a fax machine for a lady in her office, and I busted in one day and I said, I did it. I rhymed it. I got it. I did it. She goes, cool. Can you fax that? That's reality in Nashville, Tennessee. Congratulations, you rhymed a word. Well, I was right with this guy, Danny Myrick, at the time, and he had written International Harvester, and he was writing at this guy's place, Jeffrey Steele. Anybody know who Jeffrey Steele is? If you know songwriters, you know Jeffrey Steele. He's one of the greatest there will ever be. And I said, hey, I got this idea that I put down, and I don't know if there's anything to it, but let's see if we can get anything out of it. And we were in the top of Jeffrey Steele's place at Three Ring Circus, and Danny goes, yeah, I think I can hear that. I think we should change the title. And I went, well, what? He said, yeah, I think there's just something more to say. And I'm like, well, what would you say? And so he fiddles over there on the guitar for a while, you know, doing his thing. That's what the men do to us. in Nashville. So I just let him pick his guitar and love him like a brother. But I'm like, there's not another title, but I'm going to let him just work this out with himself. Because it didn't need to be called nothing else other than She's Country. That was it. So it remained She's Country, and Mr. Jason Aldean recorded this thing, and it shot up for 2 weeks to #1, not because we wrote it, not because Jason sang it, because y'all liked it. So thank you for loving our song. This song lets me go to a lot of different places, this being one of them. This has been awesome, Jordan. Heidi, this has been awesome. Thank y'all for having me at this festival. I'll drink tequila with you when I get done. She's Country. Go like this. She's a hot little number in her pickup truck. Daddy's sweet money done jacked it up. She from South Kakalaki, can shake her sassafras bad. Bama jammer from down in Alabama. Raging, caging, lunatic from Brunswick. Juicy Georgia peach with a thick southern drawl. Sexy swinging walk, brother, she's on. Country shoe, from a cowboy boots to a down home roots.
I go, I know that song, and so I know it's a hit because if I know it, and then you changed me a little bit.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hey, listen, that's where we kind of have a crossroads. I love rock and roll music too. I mean, I grew up on 8-tracks that my papa had. When I'm singing about hee haw on stage, that's not a joke. That's what I grew up on. But I mean, I'm a big Aerosmith fan, a big AC/DC fan. I mean, bands like that, CCR. My dad listened to CCR. My mom was the Doobie Brothers and Bridgette and James Taylor and Carole King. So I've got a pretty big, wide, diverse palette of music.
Yeah, I would think most musicians, if they're true musicians, they listen to everything. You try to. But I grew up on hee haw. Thing. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. How did you get into the music business?
I started in Southern gospel music.
There we go.
But literally, like I was telling you, with my papa, he had 8-tracks. He had this Dodge truck that he called the Green Hornet. And so we spent a lot of time in Papa's truck, and he'd play Waylon for me, and he'd play Merle for me, or he'd play Johnny Cash for me. Then when Hee Haw would come on, I'm exposed to all of those characters on there, because those were characters.
Yes.
That's what made country music so cool to me. And I would watch that with them. And my parents really had their own diverse group of stuff that they listened to, which was more driven towards the Doobie Brothers and Carole King and James Taylor. And my dad was just wild, like drove motorcycles with his feet, crazy stuff. And so everything was rock and roll to him. Some of it was, what am I trying to think of? They had what's the Deadheads? What's the crew?
Grateful Dead there?
Grateful Dead. Yep. Grateful Dead. So my dad was into things like that, so I got exposed to a lot. But my mom and my dad sang Southern gospel music. My dad was a pastor. We did that at mission churches and tent revivals, things like that. So I started in that. But then my era of going, gosh, I love country music, happened when a cowboy from Texas, my mom and dad ended up going through a divorce. Cowboy from Texas that my mom dated introduced me to Garth Brooks and Clint Black.
Okay.
And I heard If Tomorrow Never Comes, and
you were hooked.
That changed everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, a song can go that deep, that far, and I was in love with it from there on out. So then it was the Judds and Trisha Yearwood and Patty Loveless and Matricia Berg with her songwriting, and
Tanya Tucker.
my gosh, Tanya Tucker and KT Oslin, and I mean, the list just went on and on. So the 90s really had a big influence on me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the common theme, believe it or not, is the church. It seems a lot of people grew up singing in the church. I think that's kind of given everybody that I've talked to over the couple of days, it's given them a common ground, and it's also given them a lot of structure.
Well, Jesus is kind of the thing in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody doesn't believe that, but that's what I do believe, and it brings a lot of things together in our life if we pay attention to it.
I got a quick question. Do you think the tablecloth dress will ever come back? Remember the lady in the tablecloth dress?
You talking about Lulu?
Yeah.
Will
that come back? You think it was
I don't know. I mean, she's one of my friends.
No, really?
Yeah, one of my friends. I love her to death. I worked with Uncle Si for a bit, and she and Uncle Si were really good buddies.
Yeah, okay.
So we'd go and have dinner with her when he flew into town for us to go and do our shows.
Yeah.
Love
How
her.
was that? How was the experience with the Duck Dynasty guys? Was that
Well, you think
off the
he's
chain,
like
or-
you think he's like that crazy, right? And he's like that crazy.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, he is naturally the character that he is, but I mean, I'm serious. Working with him was wild.
Yeah.
He is, when they initially recorded him more, when they were like, follow him around with the camera, it's when he pulls that pistol out and he starts shooting into the water, and it's just out of the blue because he's bored. These are the things that Cy would do when you were on the road.
Yeah, it's very not very often that you meet somebody that just does not give a. You know
No,
what I mean?
he does
And
not.
What he wants,
He doesn't
when
give
he wants.
any of the F's.
Yep, that's it. Does not, right?
He does what he wants when he wants, but what a great man. And I mean, we had 4 years that we worked together. We wrote all those songs together, and his daughter-in-law was in that group with us, Uncle Sign the Psychotics. And
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
and 4 years together and being on the road, I mean, what a trip and what a great trip.
Got plenty of stories, girl.
Oh, stories forever. We could do this whole
Yeah,
thing
right.
on just those stories.
on that. Okay, so another question I've been asking is, when was it that you knew? You said, was it your first cut, or just when you knew? You said, "Wow, I'm going to make money doing this, and I'm going to make good money doing this, and I'm going to do this the rest of my life." Was there a point? Some people said, no, there really wasn't one, and other guys are right away. They were telling me, "Yes, this was the point. This is it." Is there that?
I don't know if there's a point. I don't know that there's a point until you're actually holding something in your hand that says you made money.
Yeah,
You know,
okay,
you're
yeah.
standing in the middle of your apartment complex parking lot where you're trying to make rent and keep tires on your truck, and then all of a sudden you're holding a check going, what?
So you
think
don't
I-
drive a Volkswagen Beetle? You drive a truck?
No, but I did have a Volkswagen.
Did you?
I
Okay,
did. I had a
all right.
cabriolet. I loved that thing.
Oh, yeah.
I
Was it the
loved
little
that
convertible?
car. It was my convertible. Yeah, it was
that
white.
hey, that was hot in the 80s.
I loved that car.
Yeah, I remember that.
I put a system in that car. I had a stereo system in
bumping.
that thing. I was thumping in a Volkswagen.
I see you in the truck a little bit more.
No, I mean, I love
Maybe a big
cars. I
dually,
mean, I
too,
came
since you're on
from
the farm or something.
cars. By the way, Trisha Yearwood has a dually.
Does she? Okay.
Yeah, ride with her for a record, and I was like, really, you have? She goes, yeah, I got a Chevrolet dually. I think every girl should have their own truck.
They have that certain sound they make too.
Yeah, I love it. And the diesel. I mean, diesel smells good, but I don't think it was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be making a pile of money or anything like that. I think it was more like that signaled to me I need to go to work.
Okay, he motivated you.
It was awesome.
Yeah, greedy, kind
It's
of, in
like-
a way. Not, I wouldn't say
No,
greedy,
not
but
greedy.
you were like,
no,
oh,
not at
wow,
all.
this,
I'm
yeah.
like, no, he gave me a responsibility.
Yeah.
It let me know, hey, yes, you can make a living at this, but as long as it took to work to that point, I'm going to have to work as hard and even harder. So to me, it just said, hey, boots to the grindstone, let's go. You got to go to work.
No, that's awesome. You know, a lot of people would sit back and be, oh, I made it now. But
But before it was fun, remember?
Yeah.
Before I'm just writing. I have no idea what it's going to be.
yeah.
At that moment, you know what it is now, and you know what's attached to you and what your responsibility is. So it's to the grindstone.
Yeah, I don't think everybody sees it that way, but some of the ones that keep continue to, you know, you've seen the show, The One Hit Wonder.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they made a whole season out of VH1 of One Hit
Yeah.
Wonders, and I think those are people that just kind of rested on their laurels instead of saying, oh,
Yeah,
man,
no.
I can take this to another level, or challenge yourself, right? Writing
No.
every day is challenging yourself.
To me, it was, I didn't even know what the first thing, what it would have been that would have done anything. So to me, it's like, oh, wow, I got to really go to work now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because something just said, yes, we like this a whole lot, and it felt great to pay my bills off and do that. That
Yeah.
was fantastic. But now I'm like, oh, wow, this is a job now.
Okay. Do you have anything that's coming up in the future? That, I mean, you know, I've heard this term a lot, on hold. Is there
Yes, sir,
some-
that's another four-letter word.
Yeah, it really
that they
is.
use for us as
Is there
songwriters.
something out there that you think that is on hold, or?
I don't have anything on hold. I'm working with Trisha Yearwood right now on her record. She's going to be releasing something that I'm pretty excited about. And Annie Bosco, that's a new artist that's out there. I've got her current single with Jeffrey Steele. I wrote it with her, Jeffrey Steele, Neon Baby. I love working with these new artists, and I love working with artists that are looking for their sound and trying to find them. So, no, I don't have a hold. Thank the Lord, I don't have to have a hold right
Yeah,
now.
okay.
I've got some cuts that'll be coming up, so I'm excited about that.
A mentor, so to speak, in some way, because you've been through that?
I think I'm
and
an
you see the-
accidental mentor, yeah.
Okay. Well, I can see that because you're strongly opinionated, but you've been there and you've done that. You've gone
I
from
have
you've
been
gone
there
from
and
the
done it.
lows to the highs, and so maybe you take a few people under your wing that you trust.
Yeah,
maybe.
I love that. I mean, I think I've just been in it long enough to get some of the wounds and some of the bruises, and then you get to figure out how to heal that up. I mean, for me, it's healing that up with prayer, taking a step back from it, going, all right, this music industry is important, and writing music and making music, singing it's really important, but it does not define all of me.
Sure, okay.
So to be able to tell younger artists or younger writers that are coming up behind me, hey, this does not define everything about you. And to be able to do that from experience, I think that's what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
I mean, I would hope the people in my past that gave me good encouragement and good opportunities to hear advice like that, I would have hoped that I would be that person later giving advice.
There's nothing wrong with paying
helping
it forward.
somebody.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably rewarding.
Yeah.
Because
it's not all about us.
Yeah, no, I try to do the same thing. You know, a lot of people ask me how I got started in the music business. I ran a music restaurant. I have a good ear.
A music restaurant?
Yeah, it was a music venue. It was like a restaurant, but they really had a lot of music. They had music on the inside, music on the outside, 4 or 5 nights a week. The bands really liked the way that I was stage managing, and they said, "Oh man," I would tell them, you know, if they were repeating, I'd be like, "Hey, you know, you need to change up your set list." I just had that ear.
Okay.
And then I got fortunate enough about 6 years ago. I met up with Billy Chapin, who is a pretty. He's a dude. How about we call it that? He's really good friends with Brian White.
Dudes.
Yeah, grew up writing with Brian White. He's been around, done a lot of things. And he was lucky enough I was lucky enough, in fact, for him to take me under his wing. And I got him a little bit out of retirement, and we started the Static Live magazine. We started the Static Live I was A&R for a while.
Very cool. Congrats.
And so, yeah, we have a magazine, we have a booking service, and our first album, believe it or not, just got picked up by Veer Records, which is Hootie and the Blowfishes.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool.
Wow. Hold my hand. Do y'all play Hootie's? Y'all play Hootie music?
He worked with Darius Rucker, yeah. So,
okay.
He's a dude. He's been with, he was actually the touring guitarist for the Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
He's worked with all the boys. Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
Hey, bye, right? So, okay, we're going to keep it simple. We'll do 2 more questions.
Okay.
Did you have a good time in New Smyrna?
I had a blast.
Right.
Johnny had asked me about coming to this maybe 3 years ago, and then it wasn't going to line up with the schedule. And finally this year it lined up with the schedule for me to be able to come. I mean, yeah, first night hit the ground running, only got to play 2 songs because I broke a G string, right? But tonight was a whole lot of fun. The people have been nothing but kind, and I got to go and enjoy the beach some today. You were asking me if we ever got to see anything, and we don't. But after I looked out my window from my hotel, I'm like, the beach is right there. I should take a stroll, and I did, and I love it. You could drive on the beach here. So if I get to come back, I got to get me
that's my next question.
I got to get me a car.
Can we get you back next year, you think?
I would love to come back
I'd
here.
like to have you.
I would love to come back. We need to get a Jeep, and we need to go trek it down this beach.
Okay. Oh, I guess I'm on stage. Hey, Bridgette Tatum, thank you so much. It's great to meet you. You made a new fan with me.
Hey, awesome.
Thank you so much.
And this is a rock and roll man.
There it is. All right.
Sorry, bud. You're just going to have to go live in your mom's basement, bud.
Yeah, you're great. It's got 50 million streams on Spotify. Here's $20.
Yeah. That's true.
You actually owe them money somehow. We don't know.
It was tough, too.
Hey, we're live here at, I don't know, we're recorded right now here at Chase's on the Beach for the 4th annual Singer-Songwriters Festival, New Smyrna Beach Singer-Songwriters Festival.
Dinosaurs that got no intention, kicking no habits. It's Friday and they just gotta have it.
And I am excited to be sitting here with a first-time virgin of the New Smyrna Beach Songwriters Festival, Brentley Addington. How are you, Brentley?
First time, and it's been awesome. We've had such a great time down here these last few days. What a cool town. What a wealth of talent that's been down here. It's been cool to see some old friends, play some music, and meet some new songwriters I hadn't got to meet.
Yeah. Well, this event gets bigger and bigger every year. And honestly, probably the best part is meeting new people like yourself. I can honestly say that, first of all, I was blown away by your writing. It's amazing. I could see why you were pursuing at one point or time. You were pursuing to be an artist yourself because you have a beautiful voice. But as you told me, you said, "Hey, you know, I put up my singer shoes and went straight to songwriting."
The songwriting shoes are a lot more comfortable. But thank you for saying that. I really. Appreciate it.
Got a couple questions for you. One, when did you know? You talked about the one song a little bit. Can you kind of reiterate when you knew that? All right, I'm going to make a living off this, and it might not be a bad living. When was that?
Well, I always knew I loved songwriting, and when Chasing After You, it had bounced around a lot with a bunch of different artists, and it kind of ended up with a friend of mine. You know, Ryan Hurd I've known him since college, and we had played around together, and he had heard me playing at the Writers Round, and it took, from the time he heard me playing the Writers Round, it took 7 years for it to come out, get recorded and come out. And, you know, it had been out about a month, I think. The song had been out a month, and it was climbing the charts a little bit. And, you know, I was just honored at that point. I was just kind of honored.
Yeah, you're glad you just got it.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, right.
And happy to be there. And like that was my buddy Ryan. It was going well for him. It was opening doors for him. He was singing with his then wife, Maren Morris, and it was just a cool moment in time. And then it was just like people just kept saying things about friends and family and people I know that were like, "Man, this is really special," and like, "Oh, I love this song." And I was like, "Wow, like this is something's going on." And then it just kind of got on a rocket ship.
What was the name of that song?
Chasing After You.
Chasing After You. Okay. Let me think of one more question. We always want to keep it short because, you know, everybody has ADHD.
What would you just say?
Yeah. Where are we going? You know, one of the things, you know, now you understand what mailbox money is. Have you heard that term
Yeah,
before?
I have.
That's when you wake up and one of your songs is so famous that you get a check every day. And my business partner used to tell me that's just, you know, it's nice to wake up and know that you made some money without really even, it was previous work maybe.
Sure, yeah. It makes going to the mailbox a lot more fun.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And instead of just
With
bills.
bills.
Okay. Brentley, I'd like to ask you, can we count on you coming back next year? Is that something
Absolutely.
that you
I'm free that day. I don't know when the dates are, but I will make it happen.
Yeah, you brought your beautiful girlfriend down. Do you have family yet? Or
My wife.
Yeah, I'm sorry, your beautiful wife. Yeah, and
we try to keep it like boyfriend and girlfriend,
Right,
keep
of
it
course,
spicy,
right.
you know.
do you have kids?
We don't.
Okay.
We want them though,
Okay.
and we're looking forward
When
to
you
that.
have time?
Yeah, when we get a little downtime,
All right.
but that's coming sooner rather than later. But yeah, if we can make it happen, we'd love to be here next year.
Yeah, I would like that too. Again,
absolutely.
we're with Brentley Addington out of Nashville, and buddy, it's fucking nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sean with Static Live, and we are here for the 2024 4th Annual NSB Songwriters Festival. And I am sitting in with my new founded friend, Joel Shewmake.
He had seen a bird out in North Carolina, missing a leg, and wanted to write a song about it. So. One-legged bird sitting on a pier, choking down a French fry, going through life one step at a time.
How did you get into the music business? What got you started?
What happened to him? I don't know.
You know, the actual business, I started going and playing songwriters nights and met people through that kind of got me a publishing deal in early 2001 or late 2001.
Okay. Still pretty close. Are you keep in touch with a lot of guys? Is it still close knit, or have you guys, everybody kind of gone their own ways?
A lot of us have gone our own ways, but a lot of us are still kind of close. You know, Jason Matthews was part of that crowd, and you know, I didn't even know him then. We got acquainted after that.
Yeah.
But, a lot of us still, you know, being friends, stay in touch even though we don't see each other.
Yeah.
That bird put a bug in my ear.
And I've been hearing this a lot on hold. You know, I got something on hold. Do you have any future projects right now that you think that might be something that people will take notice of?
Fingers crossed. I've got a song on hold with an artist right now, and he says he really likes it. The text message I saw said he loved it, and so the producer loves it. And, I'm not going to jinx myself.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I get you.
I'm really hopeful that something really cool will happen with that.
Yeah, I wish you luck on that. Yeah, and I look forward to hearing that story next year when it's cut.
All right.
So we got a deal, and so that leads to my next question. Did you have a great time here today?
I did.
Yeah.
I've had my best time here yet. Of all my times being here, this has been the best one.
Good. Yeah, I know our sound guy and our video guys did a great job, and they were really happy with it. Yeah, and they dialed it in. And so we can count on you next year to come back.
Absolutely. If you can stand it, I'll be here.
Oh, well, you got a lot of fans, and
appreciate that.
Again, you played the bird song, which is One-Legged Bird, man. If you guys haven't heard One-Legged Bird, look it up. It is an awesome song. I love birds. He loves birds.
Yep.
Joel Shewmake, thank you for your time. I know you got to get on the road, but you got it.
Of course.
Yeah. But it's been great, man. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate your time.
We'll see you next year, bud.
Thank you very much. Thank you, New Smyrna Beach, for having me again this year. Appreciate y'all so much.
God, that's so good.
It's so
Appreciate
cool.
that, gentlemen.